What's up everybody? Today I'm going to show you how to take off the inside panel, the door handle, and the door mirror of an S550 Mustang. Tools you're going to need are a small screwdriver, 10mm socket, 7mm socket, and T27, I don't know. They're all listed in the description. First thing we need to remove is these two size 7 screws. Next thing we're going to remove is this panel. It just clips on, so we're just going to lift it off. If you don't have fingernails, you can get under here. You can use a small screwdriver or a panel puller tool. After you remove it, unclip it, set it aside. There's a panel behind the door handle next. We're going to take a screwdriver and pop that off. Now that that's off, we have two size 10mm bolts to remove. Those are all the bolts. Now we're going to pull the panel. There's a little lip around the corner next to the speaker where you can fit your fingers under. If you can't, again, you can use a panel puller. Some clips might fall off. Make sure you take these so you can put them back on. On the back side, there's a couple clips. You can just unclip them with your fingers. Here's one. And then the other one is a cable. So here's the back side. Once you unclip the cable from the door handle, there are just two clips on this thing that you can pop out and then pull it through. Door panel's disconnected. To get the mirror off, we need to remove both these speakers. They're held on by a 7mm. We're also going to have to remove this piece of fabric. You can just pull it back out of the way. First nut you can get to through this hole where we remove the fabric. The next two bolts you can get to, the window's in the way, so you have to put it down. The other one is behind the window. First bolt we were able to take out with the window still being up. I'm going to show you inside of here why you need to put the window down. Alright, yes, it is not the best angle, but you can see the first bolt we took out. The second bolt is behind the window. To get the window down, you're just going to take your switch, plug it back in, turn the auxiliary power to the car on, move the door switch down. So now we can see there's nothing in our way. Again, do not drop them. We have all the bolts out and you can go ahead and put the window back up. After putting the window back up, we remove this speaker. It is the 3 7mm. Speaker will come out, press this clip, remove the clip, remove the speaker. We have to remove the speaker because we need to unclip the wire. The wire is clipped right about here, so you can reach your hand up. You'll feel it about right here in the door. If you want, you can also take out the mirror and pull it to figure out which cord it is, but it is right here. There is a little clip on it. There is a little piece holding the clip on, so what I use is a little screwdriver to put in between. The notch is on this side, so you just slide the screwdriver in, the plug will pull right out, and then you pull out the screwdriver, plug. It's the easiest way I found to do it. The clip is undone. Now all you have to do is pull the mirror out. When pulling the mirror out, I would recommend putting your hand back through where you unclipped it so you can feed the wire through to make sure it doesn't get caught on anything. There's also a little push pin right here that you will need to detach, and then the clip right here. And you usually need to wiggle it a little bit. There we go. You do not want to pull it out by the wires. If it gets caught, don't pull it by the wires. Just feed it back in and try again. Usually after a couple of tries, you'll be able to get it out. Now that the mirror's off, we're going to remove the door handle. First step to removing the door handle is pop this out. You can either use your fingernails or again, you can use the small screwdriver. Now we need the T27 Torx bit. So we have it in a Torx bit. You want to take the handle and you want to put pressure on the handle. So you want to pull it out like you're opening the door and just keep tension on it as you unscrew this. And eventually the handle will just pop right out. So now that the handle's out, we're going to remove this piece. There we go. Just pulls right out. So there's just one Torx bit, loosen it up, pull it out. All right, so now that the handle's out, it's clipped on this little plastic piece. We will just slide our screwdriver under again, pop that out, and we will use our screwdriver to unclip this. There we go, now the handle's off. All right, you did what you need to do with the door. Now we're gonna put it all back together. So we're just gonna do it in exact reverse order. First thing is finding this clip and then clipping it back to the door handle. So let's go on the other side of the door. All right, door handle's about right here. Clip is somewhere in here. Instead of reaching your hand all the way through the speaker, I would just pull this down. So now, with this out of the way, just tuck it right behind there for a second. You can find the cable. Here it is to the door handle. So since we know how short that cable is and the tension on it to get it out, all we're gonna do is clip this in place first. We're gonna feed this through the door, and then I'll be able to connect it inside of the door. When you feed it through the door, there's a little channel here. You want to line up the channel with the prong here. So put it through. There we go. And now it should be in far enough so I can connect it. Let's see. Heard the clip. That's on. We have the other piece that we're just going to feed right through back where it was. We're going to put pressure on this. Okay, we slid the handle through. It's pushed in as far as it'll go. I found the Torx bit, and now we're just going to put pressure on it as we tighten it. All right, now the door handle's in. We're going to tighten it a little bit more. All right, now we have a door handle that won't pull out. Last part of the door handle is just to take this plastic we pulled away, line it back up, press it in. Beautiful. Putting the mirror back on, we are going to feed the cable through. Again, just have patience. There we go, easy as that. We'll let it rest there. Going to the other side, this is the easy part. Just have to reach up, find the cable from the mirror, find the clip you detached it from. Put back on the nut. You can put back in one of the bolts without rolling down the window. Want to roll down the window. You want to make sure this cord is out of the way. Plug back in the switch, turn auxiliary power on, roll down the window, and then put in the other bolt. Replace the speakers. There's little clips on the speakers so you know where to put them back. Clip it back in. Now to put the panel back on, you want to make sure everything's plugged in before you put it on. So we just need to attach the plug for the unlock lock and the plug for the door handle. So unlock lock, there. Door handle, I would put the metal piece on first and then slide it through. Then you just want to set the top along the top rail. You also want to pay attention to this little hook by the mirror. So the hook by the mirror goes in that little piece, top rail, right there. Before you push this back, you want to make sure you have any cords pulled out through the switch plate. So now that the cord's pulled out, it's all good. We can put the two 10mm bolts back. We can put the panel behind the door handle back. We want to slide in the back first and then snap in the front. We then want to reattach this. Make sure you have all the blue clips on. If any of the blue clips fell off, find them, reattach them. Plug it in. Now we just need to put the 7mm bolts into the bottom. And then you want to turn the auxiliary switch on. We have the switches. We have the lock, unlock, and the mirror moves. Everything's all put back together. Hope you enjoyed the quick video. See you for the next one.